I am on a mission to shine light on Black excellence, to discover and reveal the excellence that is all around us, in our culture, our community, and in our stories. And today we find it in Atlanta, Georgia, as a multifaceted technology company providing an online marketplace and workplace platform for creatives to upload and exchange files, sell products or services, and collaborate. True success in business is having the ability to turn your purpose into a profit and turn your passion into a product. It is making a difference while making a dollar. For this cause, it is important for you to follow your passion because your passion knows the way. All right, welcome everyone. This is Terry D. Swain, the host of the Black Light Interviews, and I'm here with Mr. Brandon Cooper, who is the founder and CEO of AphidByte. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today, man.
Pleasure, man.
So, and it's a pleasure here to be with you, man. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to have this interview with me today. So, man, let's get down to business. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Brandon Cooper?
Serial entrepreneur, philosopher. Try to be the best role model I can be for my nephews and my son.
Yeah.
And my family in general. But that's what I value: God, family, spirit, and just want to influence the world. That's what I am now. Imported from Detroit.
That's what's
born and raised. Always got to rep the D.
Okay, born and raised in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
So what brought you here to Atlanta?
Good weather.
Yeah.
And it's more opportunity.
Yeah.
Down here. I plan to kind of move around. You can make things happen wherever you are.
That's right.
I initially came down because I was doing a network marketing company.
Okay.
That's how I got into business in general. I was doing beverage distribution. T-Shinoni. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very popular. At one time. Yeah.
Right. They had a cafe down here, and that's what initially brought me down here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about your background, man. So, as a child, what did you want to be? You know, when you grew up, what did you aspire to be, or you saw yourself becoming just early on?
Very cliche. It was basketball.
Okay.
All I did was play basketball.
Yeah.
I lived it. I dreamed it. I wanted to be that. That's all I knew. When I was young, it was Michael Jackson. I was dancing and stuff. I grew up.
Same here. Right. I think we all did.
Michael Jackson, Bruce Lee. I went through all the stages as a kid, but basketball was my first love.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about music?
Music grasped me at 11.
Okay. I
started writing music at 11.
Okay.
And that was my second love.
Okay. Yeah. So we may get back to that, man.
Okay.
Talk a little bit more about the music. Well, who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
All time? Pistol Pete. Maravich.
Oh wow! That's what's up, man.
Pistol Pete.
Yeah, most people just tend to gravitate toward the Michael Jordan era.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that's what's up,
Pistol. A lot of the fancy stuff you see. He innovated a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The trickery with the
basketball. Yeah, the charisma.
Connie Hawkins did too, but Pistol Pete. You see a lot with Jason Williams, White Chocolate.
Right.
Yeah, they got that from Pistol.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what about high school, man? What were you like in high school?
Silly.
Yeah. Class clown?
Nah, I wasn't. I tried to be the charming guy.
Okay.
The ladies, man. In high school. High school was cool. That's how I was, though. Laid back, real quiet.
Yeah.
But I was silly though.
Yeah.
Silly.
So what about hobbies, man? Do you have any hobbies?
I do web design. I like to bowl. Video games every now and then.
Yeah.
The normal stuff.
Okay.
When I can. When it's hot, swim.
Yeah.
But I'm very into the crafty things, just creating, whatever, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm learning a lot of different things, and the next step for me is going to be writing movies.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Down the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, books. Do you read a lot?
Not as often as I should, but I don't read I read more on the internet.
Okay.
I'm more audio bookish.
Got it.
I'm not the one that's really going to crack open a book and just go through it.
Okay.
But an audio book, I'll get through. And that's how I listen.
All right, that's what's up, man. So, what in regards to books or audio books, what is one that you would recommend that the people who are watching this interview read?
Rich Dad Poor Dad is a cliche one. I say these because these are the ones that I started with that got me into entrepreneurship. How to Win Friends, Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Right.
Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad is by Robert Kiyosaki. And he also has Cash Flow Quadrants.
Okay.
Robert Kiyosaki, where he breaks down the 4 quadrants of income: employee, self-employed, business, and investment quadrant.
Right.
I recommend to look at that first, and that'll gear your mind.
And that's awesome, man, because by breaking it down into those 4 categories, I think it kind of opens up the principle of having those streams of residual income. Right. And I believe that in order for anybody to be financially successful or economically liberated, that they have to have at least 4 streams of residual income flowing into their life.
Exactly. The average millionaire has 7. You can do it with 4. Some people do it with 2. But I agree with you. At least 4.
Yeah, at least.
At least 4. And that's the other side of the money.
Yeah.
Trading time for money is a joke.
Yeah, it is, man.
Modern day slavery.
It is, man. I say the same thing, man. If you look at it, and it's just negotiated. It's just that I agree to the terms of it, but I don't have no freedom outside of it. And we could never get rich or wealthy by working a job.
Never.
So, what about higher education?
I'm very different in this subject, and I can catch a lot of flack for what
I'm
about
man.
to say.
Share your thoughts, man.
Information is free, and to put a price on that is put it like this: the ultimate red flag for me is if you went to the bank and said, "Let me get $18,000," they'd probably say no. Right. Let me get a loan to start my business. They say, of course, it's credit or whatever. You can get it, but just generally speaking, they'll say, no. But if you go ask for that same $18,000 to go to school, oh yeah, you need more. How much do you need? That's the number one flag.
Wow, that's I've never thought about it like that, man.
Yeah,
it's just like they get to choose what debt.
Because they understand you go to school to get out of school to pay for school for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Wow.
If you were looking at a business plan, you would say, oh no.
Right, exactly. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
But that's the problem with the cycle. I love education.
Yeah.
But I can go on the internet and learn what I need to learn. Now, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to go into aerospace, those kind of things, then yes, I want you to go to school. If you fly on a plane or you build my plane, yes, you need to go to school for
that. And if you're operating on me.
Right, if you're operating on me, that's the exception for me. But someone that says, oh, I want to have a landscaping business, or I want to do this is my passion, or I want to go to the...
Yeah, I've even found out that even with IT, man, the certifications will get you through the door and give you more leverage as far as the path that you're trying to take versus spending all that money to go to school. So looking back on your life, what advice would you give your younger self?
Have more fun.
Yeah. And enjoy the journey.
Yeah, tone it down. In college, I had fun my first 2 years, and then junior year, I think I went too hard in business. I could have toned it down like 20% and just had more fun and party hard and work hard, not just work hard.
Right. Okay. So success. What is your definition of success?
Doing what you love. No matter how much you make from it, if you could do one thing for the rest of your life, like if money wasn't an issue, and you're doing what you want to do, that's success. So if you want to be a teacher, and you're being a teacher, that's success.
That's what's up.
Nothing monetary.
So that pretty much answers my second question. I was going to piggyback on that question and ask, do you think that success is different for different people? And the obvious, it is, because it depends on what they love to do.
Just perception, some people put success over you have to be a millionaire or I make $100,000 a year, that kind of thing. I mean, success is the underpaid policeman who's fighting crime that we need. I mean, what if he said, it's not enough money?
Right.
Or all policemen said, this isn't enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's success to me, because that's what he or she loves to do.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a mutual friend, Andrew Wasell, and I think he sent me something that that he had gotten from you, and it deals within the parameters of, you know, like pursue your purpose but make a profit while you're doing it, or pursuing your passion and you know, or turn your passion into a product. And I believe that ultimately, you know, when it comes to pursuing our purpose and being successful, that they both work hand in hand. I believe that we can, you know, do ministry and make money. Yeah. We can, you know, pursue our purpose and, you know, and profit from it, because, like you said, success at the end of the day is doing what you love to do, and getting paid for it. But you would do it even if you didn't get paid.
Absolutely. So, for instance, like Deepak Chopra, he talks about life and does his philosophy, whatever. He writes books.
Right.
So how does a person like that make money? He tells what he feels on spirit, and he sells millions of copies of it.
Yeah.
Like The Alchemist, the person that made The Alchemist, it didn't do well at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he ended up, I think he got another publisher or something, and he sold millions of copies of it. Or if you want to teach meditation and you just do audiobooks or whatever you need to do, and then you sell millions of copies of it.
Yeah.
Now you're serving your purpose.
Right.
And without it being, I'm money hungry. Now you're just fulfilling what God gave you.
Yeah.
And that's your reward, to not have to go to work.
That's right. So I'm a quote guy. You know, I mean, because again, being a thinker and being philosophical, you know, there are a lot of great quotes that can empower you, motivate you, encourage you, and kind of give you some focus and direction. Do you have a favorite quote or a particular quote that kind of like, you know, you have adopted as like a personal quote that you live by or that you use to just kind of keep you going?
Yeah, so there are a lot of quotes that I absolutely love. So I'll give you two if I can.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead.
So one is from Boardwalk Empire. You ever heard of that show?
Yeah, I like that show.
Arnold Rothstein and Nucky Thompson was trying to figure out a situation.
I've made my living, Mr. Thompson, in large part as a gambler. Some days I make 20 bets. Some days I make none. There are weeks, sometimes months, in fact, when I don't make a bet at all because there simply is no play. So I wait, plan, marshal my resources. And when I finally see an opportunity, and there is a bet to make, I bet it all.
But he basically said, when there's a play to make, I bet it all. I go all the way in. So many people are afraid to put it all in.
I agree.
Which leads me to my quote, which kind of correlates with that. My quote is, live your life almost like a circus, right? The acrobats, when they have to go across the tightrope.
Right.
Whenever you live your life knowing that you have a safety net, you don't really care about falling.
That's
because
right.
You know it's a safety net.
You're not even thinking about it.
So what my quote is don't have a safety net, because if you don't have a safety net, you're less likely to fall at all.
That's right.
You don't get across, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. If I don't get across,
that's
I'd rather
awesome,
die.
man. That's awesome. I heard a story that correlates with that about when they were building the Empire State Building, that they were having like crazy deaths from accidents of people falling. And so someone said, or someone suggested that they put up a net, and they did. They put up a net that would catch them as they were walking along the beams if they fell. And once they put the net up, the accidents or the falls declined, and they ended up removing the net altogether. And no one fell after that. And so I believe that, again, like you said, it's just the thought of the fear of falling, and I believe that with when it comes to success, that's people's their thing. Because I think that some people are actually afraid of success.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's how they fail.
Yeah, exactly. When you look at it, if it's a life or death situation, you're going to get across.
Yeah.
When you look down and you see rocks and everything,
Right.
you're going to get across.
Right.
If you have to something's chasing you, you got to get across, you're going to get across.
Right.
But if you see a safety net there, I mean, you kind of say, oh, well, if I fall, I can get back on. And there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, let me get my degree just in case.
Yeah.
But just don't walk in fear because your plan A will be shaky.
That's right.
My plan A isn't shaky.
Yeah. And I'm a guy, I actually don't believe in plan Bs.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think that if there's a plan A, roadblocks, traffic jams, I just have to find a way around it to get back on the route that I was initially on in the beginning.
The only ones that need safety nets, generally speaking, is athletes. If you break your leg, then that's it.
Exactly.
But other than that, I'm with you.
Yeah. So let's talk about AphidByte. So why AphidByte? Out of all of the things that you could have all the paths you could have taken.
Yeah, AphidByte actually stemmed from. I'm just giving you the story behind it.
Sure.
I was working at the credit union. I had lost my job. I created it really out of depression.
Okay.
And it just came to me in spirit, and I wanted to create something that was innovative. And as the origin of the company was for piracy protection for music, but I saw a trend in entrepreneurs, creators. So we changed our business model, a little while back.
Okay.
And I was doing pitch competitions, and I used to be in music, trying to get people to get me on the radio, all this kind of stuff, and no one would spin me.
Right.
I've been on Hot 107.9 here, and I appreciate those people.
Okay.
Not that no one looked out, because I wouldn't do that, but just generally speaking, trying to get DJs that's running it.
Right.
And you understand why people become jerks when they become successful, because no one really wants to help you. Like Oprah said, help isn't coming.
Yeah.
So I created AphidByte to have that control, to see people with talent and help them tell their story, to say, I like this song.
Yeah.
Let's put you in front of 2 million people.
Right.
I like this mobile application.
Right.
Let's go ahead and throw it on the timeline.
Yeah.
That's why.
To create the platform.
To create the platform. Yeah.
So, what does AphidByte stand for?
So aphid is an insect that reproduces very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that it correlates to the company, when you upload a file, you often have that file on different websites.
Right.
So that's like the offspring of the aphids being everywhere.
Wow.
So, but it's centralized. So you can see your analytics of those files on different.
And that's what you provide to.
Right. And a byte is a byte.
Yeah.
Jam them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you decide on that name?
Just from that, I was looking up different species that reproduce very fast.
Okay.
And have a lot of offspring. Because aphid can have like 50 babies a week through asexual reproduction, meaning they don't need to have a partner. They can just have babies and they just spread everywhere. Okay. So kind of like we're creators, we're everywhere.
That's right.
Type of deal.
That's
That's where it came from.
And that's good. And even though you provide that platform, that is networking, it's still, from the concept of the aphid, you don't necessarily need to have people, to do everything. You can reproduce, or you can produce things on your own, but until you come to a point where you may need them. Right. And I think, again, when it comes to people on their path to success, a lot of times they think they need all the money, they need, the resources, they need all of it. But I think it's just certain levels that, you do what you can where you are until you get to the next level where you may need someone.
Absolutely.
So, besides music and film and modeling, what are some other industries that AphidByte is a platform for?
Engagers, motivational speakers, people that do podcasts, painting artists, developers, designers. I don't think you said that, but developers, designers, crafters. You could be into IoT, Internet of Things, virtual reality, developer, whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Just
wow,
any
that's
creator.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
a one-stop shop.
Yeah, whatever your craft is.
Yeah. where do you see your company 5 years from now?
One of the biggest tech companies in history.
Okay. Big. Okay. What are your thoughts on Apple, the company as a whole, and what it's done for technology?
I think the spirit is was what Steve's spirit is missed in Apple.
Okay.
But Apple knows how to run the business
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah.
I do think that there does need to be someone else a little more edgy to go back to the spirit of what Steve had in office.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're on pace to be the first $1 trillion company
Okay.
in history right now. So I mean, they have the business down pat.
Yeah.
They have the following.
Yeah. Do you see your company doing just as well or even better than Apple in the future?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's
Okay.
the goal. Absolutely.
So what about yourself? What do you see Brandon Cooper 5 years from now?
5 years from now, the most influential African American person in tech
Okay.
in the world.
Okay. Do you think that there is a lack of our presence or just a lack of, because there's a difference in the presence and actually the people, not saying that we're involved, but the presence as far as, being acknowledged for our contribution?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you say, or name me tech geniuses right now, they'll say Jeff Bezos, Amazon,
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook,
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, Apple,
Yeah.
Bill Gates, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Give me our black guy.
Yeah. You draw a blank.
Give us the Mexican guy.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Asian market has Jack Ma with Alibaba. Who do we have?
Yeah.
No one.
We have Brandon Cooper.
We have Brandon Cooper.
So, all right. So, I know you're a philosophical thinker like I am, and a culturalist. What is your insight on our people as a society? Just share some of your thoughts and your views.
Our cycle is messed up completely. It is the most regurgitated calamity that I've ever seen that's just been passed down. Parents are passing down the wrong stuff continuously. And we have to break that cycle because, okay, you see, like the college example.
Yeah.
I want my baby to go to school. I want him to do the education and all that kind of
Tra-
stuff.
traditional.
Which is fine, but we don't talk money traditionally at the dinner table.
Yeah.
It's more of a lack of the talk. It's not really us talk about stocks or portfolios, those kind of things, or we can't afford that. The kind of the brainwashing thing that I see some of our parents, our people teach their kids. We can't afford that. That puts a genesis of thinking into that child.
Yeah.
And they grow up with that lack.
Right.
And not having anything. So I think we have to break that cycle and start doing different things. For instance, I want my son, if he wants to stay in the house with me, say, okay, don't go out, don't leave the house when you're 18. You go get you an apartment. Most parents kick their children out. Say, get out here on your own and make them go struggle. You need to know what it's like to be. Wrong.
No.
Terrible. You stay in this house.
Right. Give them the recipe.
You want to stay in this house?
Yeah.
Okay, start a business. And you can stay here.
Yeah. And I'll help you start.
And I'll help you start it. Jeff Bezos' parents gave him $380,000 to start Amazon.
Yeah.
I'll say that again. 300 something thousand.
So, and that's where we are.
Just off him.
Yeah. That's why, like you're saying, we're behind the 8 ball in that regards too, because we don't talk about finances. And I think one of the reasons African Americans, blacks, what we want, however we want to, label the race. I believe that, as you said, that's one of the things that financially we're behind the 8 ball, and we have to get more educated on finances and creating wealth so that we can be able to assist when it comes to those points. Because if we look back down the history of our white counterparts, they've been doing it for years and years and years and decades and decades. And one of, like you said, talking at the dinner table about it and just talking at home, because they don't offer those type of financial literacy classes in middle school or high school. And shout out to Andrew again, for leading, that front where his business P&F is paving the way to get that more involved in middle school and high school. But I thought about it like this: we give our children, in time past, traditionally we give them piggy banks, and I think that again is a misconception, because that alludes to saving money, but not growing money.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
So I was thinking that, man, we could, instead of giving them piggy banks, and it's just just philosophical thinking, what if we gave them bear and bull banks, and educate them on in brokerage account instead of saving in the checking account, that could lead their minds into thoughts on how can I generate and create wealth from a business perspective or an investment perspective, versus just going out getting, like I said, an education with debt attached to it, and and being in debt for the rest of their life trying to pay it off.
That's the problem in the system of the cycle, because we've been using this formula and recipe that hasn't worked, doesn't work, needs to stop working completely. Go to school, go in the system, let them teach you what they want you to learn.
Right.
Wrong. Leave school, go to school to pay for school, go work a job to pay for school. Die broke. Don't pass anything down to your kids. In debt. You look back on your deathbed, what did I actually accomplish? Absolutely nothing. You didn't leave anything to your child. And that doesn't work. The biggest advantage that we have as parents is that we know what you need in the real world. Why are we teaching them the same thing that we know doesn't matter? I don't need to know about sedimentary rocks. And all of this load of crap that they put in your brain.
Right.
You could be using part of that brain for something else.
I agree with you totally, man. I believe that, and that's one of the, like you said, we've got to teach our children a pathway to success and alternative pathways. Again, college may work for some people, and it may be
nothing wrong with it.
And it's imperative, like you said, for certain people that have a purpose and their path leads them in a certain career path. But that shouldn't be the only option or alternative that we provide for them. And by giving them another alternative, because and it just, even we look at the foundation of the economy today, long gone is job security. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about creating your own security, about creating your own job, being an entrepreneur, the spirit of entrepreneurship, small businesses. And that model is not broken, but it's outdated.
Absolutely.
And it's broken for the people who are not supposed to be on that path. And I think that's why so many people are frustrated. I heard Les Brown say some staggering statistics about how the heart attack and stroke
Sunday night,
it increases. Sunday night, Monday morning.
Going into work on Monday. That's the time that most people have a heart attack. Statistically.
Stress and depression, man, because they don't want to go. And so I believe that they chose that path traditionally more than likely because of their parents. They saw what they did. But then when we look at our parents, they handed us down that tradition of work hard, go to work, get a job, when we heard them the entire time complaining about going to work.
Absolutely.
So like you said, why would we give them that?
And right now it's polished slavery. See, the slavery is smarter. It's not go pick cotton and come back and no more whips and chains. No. That's too...
Right.
Let's get smarter with it.
Right.
You go to work from this time to this time.
Yeah.
You go to lunch at this time. But I need you back by this time.
Yeah.
Here's your money.
That's right.
And we accept these bills.
Mm-hmm.
So when you accept these bills, like if you were looking at it on a grid, you have mortgage and all of these different things,
right.
Insurance, all of these things that they make you become obligated to. You're forced to go to the center, which is the job.
Yeah, and you get in a rat race, and you run around.
How can you quit your job when you've agreed to all of these things? You're thinking about the debt now. I can't. I have to. Of course, you have to pay for your power and things like that. But even Nikola Tesla, we can power our houses just by natural resources. Actually, this is him on my shirt. Yeah. But we can power our own houses off of things that he's shown. But of course, someone with greed has taken that and said, "Oh, let's charge them every month for it." Yeah. And this is God's land. This is God's water. But someone here has created these things to make it act like it's real.
And it's an illusion.
It's an illusion. Yeah, I have an audiobook coming out called Grand Illusion.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say this because you got my wheels turning.
Yeah.
When you were saying about the in the race, continuous cycle of working and paying bills, and that's where the job again comes in to play. Where if we look at it from the standpoint of we're only working a job trying to produce economic liberation and financial freedom, it'll never happen because that's active income, and we have to have passive and residual income.
Right.
But where we're taken out of the equation, we don't decide to go to work because we own the company. Then it's still making money because we have a system in place that produces residual and passive income.
It's a treadmill.
Yeah.
It maintains.
Yeah.
You go to work, but if you stop going to work, your money stops.
Yeah.
Robert Kiyosaki said he said the thought of just a job makes me cringe.
Yeah.
Work a job, that's the dumbest thing you can do.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow.
Right. You hate Monday and you look forward to Friday. And that's even frightening to think about that you look forward to getting away from this place.
Yeah.
So
that's your, Gary Vee said, if Friday is your escape, he was cussing. Well, I can't cuss, but
I got you.
He's saying that Friday is your escape. You need to get the,
That's
out.
right. That's right. Because you're in a place that you don't want to be. So the audio book, tell us more about it.
Yeah, created an audio book, authored everything you hear on there. What I did was I try to be as creative as I possibly can. It's not my actual voice, but I use the voice changer.
Okay.
But it compares the human brain to a computer's hard drive. It's based on neuroscience. Basically, the information that we put onto our brains are a hard drive. So if you put negative information onto that hard drive, you get a virus like a computer.
Right.
But we've been programmed. The programmer is the system that have taught us what they wanted. They're the grand programmer.
Right.
So someone who's been programmed to think XYZ for 20 years, and you come to them and say, hey, check this out, blah, 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 become woke, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They're going to say, I'm programmed to think XYZ. Right. Sorry.
There is no space.
There's no space.
There's nothing that connects with that.
Right, so in my audio book is I'm taking those wires out, boom, clearing the hard drive out, reprogram it.
Yeah.
So everything from binaural beats, which is frequencies that you listen to with headphones, moderate to low volume, and depending on the frequency that you choose, it changes your brain activity. So you can use it for sleep, you can use it to focus more. It's different frequencies.
Right. So even if while you're sleeping, you can listen to it.
There are secret tones in the universe that affect how we vibrate. That's why when you hear a good song, it has a good vibe to it. When it's a bad song or an ignorant, negative song, it changes the mood of anger it's based on a frequency. Yeah. They're called solfeggio tones.
Okay. And so, and then if you think about it, when you move into different classes and different spaces and different environments, certain people listen to certain types of music. As it relates to, like you said, if it's love songs, if it's, the trap music, if it's classical, if it's jazz, then, it's a certain type of person, and their vibrations are different, and their vibe is different because of the type of music that they decide to listen to.
Do people use the word vibe on a daily basis? I don't like their vibe, or I don't like this person's vibe. They don't understand that it's really short for vibration. That how that person is vibrating when you feel them in the room.
That's right.
So that's what I talk about in Wires, and Isaac Newton talked about that as well. That the energy of the person that you interact with, you take that energy with you and you vibrate to it. So
because the vibration, if it comes in contact with another object, it'll impact it.
It's in music and it's in television as well. Television is even worse because it's visual.
That's right.
So a lot of our people that watch these shows and they show the drama and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of women they don't think it applies to them, but if they see, this person is dating this person in the NBA. And he's making millions. That's the kind of man I want. They don't even understand. They've just been programmed.
And then they could easily start to disconnect with the person that they have.
Absolutely.
Because now they have another standard.
They have exactly.
Yeah.
They say, this guy's just working a job.
Yeah.
I don't want this guy. Or this person isn't doing what she has, and she's traveling to Israel every 3 weeks.
That's right.
I don't want the project. I want my toy already assembled.
Exactly.
in social media too.
Yeah, that's right. It has a lot to do with those vibes.
It's-
Man, we're
it's-
gonna have to get together again.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can continue this conversation, man. But closing things in. What's the main thing that you want people to take away?
This is my quote. Watch your own movie. If you were watching yourself on a TV screen, what would you say about yourself?
Oh, man, that's deep.
And if you watch your own movie, it's then when you realize, I need to cut this out of the movie. I need to make my cuts. And if everyone watches their own movie, you would say that character is stupid, or that person needs to just take a step back and watch the same way that they watch us.
Man, that's awesome, because if you think of, just me thinking about that, if I'm watching a movie and I can easily critique someone else. Mm-hmm. If I'm watching them and say,
what are you doing? You need to, why aren't you escaping? But we don't do that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Why are you in that relationship?
Right.
Oh man, why aren't you seeing the signs?
Take our own advice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big science person. It's to the point now where my vibration is to the point where I'll say something and it'll pop up on the screen. Like, for instance, I'll say, I told my mom, I don't want Nolan watching too much TV. Can we just turn it off? I was like, let him watch one more show. And then I changed the channel immediately. And the Bernstein Bears was on. And it was like, Mom, but Mom doesn't want us watching the TV too much. And my sister and my mom looked at me.
Yeah.
And different things started happening. I'm like, all right, let's stop using the microwave. And blah, blah, blah. The microwave broke the next day.
Right.
Just things like that are happening for me now because I'm in tune with the universe's frequency.
You put yourself in tune with it. Man, that's awesome. So where can people go to find more about AphidByte and what you're doing?
Yeah, AphidByte, AphidByte.com.
Okay.
You'll sign up for alpha, so you can be one of the first people to test it, and we're going to do beta coming up soon. And also check out the audio book, listen to it. Very quick, you guys will enjoy it.
Sure thing. Yeah. So how can people get in contact with you? Like, are any social media platforms?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Just type in Brandon Cooper. Twitter, Instagram. My name on Twitter and Instagram has zeros in Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And any final words of advice you would like to leave with the viewers before we end the interview?
Let God lead you.
All right. Simple and powerful.
Yep. We're the ventriloquist dummies of God. Let them work us.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well said. Well, thank you for your time, man. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
All right, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Terry.
Have a great day.